welcome back to another episode of the Newman Show. I, of course, am Newman, and I got Mike number one next to me.
Yes.
I got Mike number two over there, who's going to be our guest tonight. We'll get into who he is and where he's from in a little bit. The last couple weeks were pretty interesting with Fred Watkins. We turned an hour show into a 2-hour show and still didn't cover everything.
Yeah, no, but Fred is
very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable guy.
And yeah, we touched a sensitive topic, being guns. And
strong opinions each way on those.
yeah, unfortunately, one side is based in facts and the other side in fiction.
Unfortunately, that seems to be
the politicians that don't know what a semi-automatic, the difference between a semi-automatic and automatic rifle is, want to make the laws, and that's why I have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you.
But yeah, so that's that. Get into a few things while waiting for some people to tune in. I see we got a bunch on already, but this weekend was my contest. I want to thank John for giving me a shot again at the Broadway Comedy Club to get another shot to win a chance to get in the movie with Gilbert Gottfried, himself, and a few other people. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I took third, but getting right back on the horse this Friday, I will be at Coasters in East Meadow, and that show starts at 9. It's $10 at the door, cash, so make sure you go down, and that's going to be a fun show. And the following Wednesday, whatever that date is, I will be at Revolution in Amityville with Adam X. Parsons' show, and that's going to be fun too. And that one is free.
That's the old music hall on Montauk Highway?
It's still there. It's still the music hall, but Wednesday night, well, this next Wednesday at least, they're having comedy. So
okay, is it for any cause or just?
Nope.
For
He
a good
just puts
time?
it together every couple of months or so.
Wow, free show too.
And it's a free show, so I don't want to hear that it's not in the city, you can't afford it, whatever. It's why you always play out Nassau in the city, not in Suffolk. I will be in Suffolk for free. So
No, you've done plenty of Nassau Suffolk shows too. So.
Yeah, but whatever. So before we get into the sponsors, make sure you watch all the shows in the station. Particular Cyclone, In the Cage with Cyclone, he's on right before us. That's the show you're coming in. A lot of fight. Well, not a lot. It is a fight-based show. That's why it's called In the Cage with Cyclone.
Yeah, and if you just watched the fights this past Saturday, I'm sure he recapped them, and he's a very knowledgeable guy.
And he's semi-knowledgeable. He puts a little too much faith in Conor McGregor, who's a clown, and not enough in Nate Diaz, who's an actual fighter.
There's his opinions here, but yes, I agree with you. I love the Diaz brothers.
But again, just to touch on this a little bit before we get in and give other people, because I see people are still tuning in. What's up, Paul? Paul Bond is now doing comedy sessions in, I think it's called the Actor Studio in Wantor, but definitely look that up. Check him out.
I don't even know where that is.
You want to learn to do stand-up comedy, he's the guy to teach you. What he does is, instead of trying to mold you into something you're not, he takes your strengths and just fine-tunes them. So he's very good at that.
Can he make it happen?
Pretty much, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if you have any interest, he could definitely bring you a long way.
And he does them. Do you know how regularly? Paul,
it's going to be on. Paul, chime in. I want to say Wednesday nights, but definitely look him up online. The guy's very funny. One of the funniest guys I know, and he's ready to break out. It's going to happen soon.
Nice.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Nate Diaz goes out there, says a lot of crap, goes out there and fights. He'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere.
That's the best thing about him.
He's not about the money, although he, of course everybody was doing it for money. But Conor is a businessman who knows how to promote his brand more than his abilities, and I think he proved that. Because don't get me wrong, great fighter on the way up. Once he got the belts, to me, he just didn't do anything.
Right.
He walked off and fought the stupid fight with Mayweather, took a year off, came back in, fought probably his toughest opponent in Khabib, and had no cardio.
No,
he wasn't tapped out. Like he didn't lose a fight. He got tired. He sat there and went,
put his
I'm
arms
done.
down. Right.
Give me my whiskey. Give me my few $1 million. I'm done. I don't care.
Right.
Diaz would never
because he made
do that.
$100 million on this stupid fight.
And Diaz would never do that. And that's why I have more respect for him as a fighter.
He'd fight blood streaming down his face. There you go. Paul Bond. The classes start September 17th. The link is on his page.
But that's as much attention as I want to give that for now, because I don't want to take this Mike's time away. So let's get into some sponsors.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with my cousin, Frank Zambuto, and Kayla Logistics. Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. Our goal is to provide our customers with end-to-end logistics solutions worldwide. contact Frank Zambuta regarding all of your international import and export needs. Frank also has domestic contracts with many of the largest coast-to-coast trucking companies in the USA for non-personal cargo. For the Newman Show listeners, just mention the Newman Show, and Frank will take 10% off your first domestic trucking shipment in the USA. Frank Zambuta and K Logistics, where your business is our priority, and you can reach Frank direct at 347-536-3933 or email at frank@klogistics.com. And again, with all this confusion with the tariffs and stuff like that, he is not confused by them. He's definitely the guy to go to, so give Frank a call. Next up, we have my buddy Jay Martin with Felon for Life Motorcycle Repair. And you can reach Jay at 516-996-2780 or skullfan33@aol.com. And what makes Jay special is that he does it for the love
Of riding.
of the motorcycle and the rider, especially vets. And he tries to do it at low or no cost for the vets.
Yeah.
And low cost for any other working man who just can't afford to maybe go to Harley and have
Right. You go to
$10,000
NASA Harley.
worth
Right.
of
Yeah.
accessories put on. Nothing against them.
I think
mean,
a
their business, their overhead's
t-shirt's
a lot higher.
$50 over there.
Yeah, because you're putting a Harley name on anything, you're paying for it. But Jay can do all of that stuff. He could fix your bike. He could put the accessories on at a much, much lower cost because he doesn't have the overhead. And even if you want to work on your own bike, you could bring it by or you could give him a call and he'll help walk you through how to fix your own bike so you could learn
Right,
yourself.
He has a full enclosed trailer too.
Yeah, so he'll pick you up, and he's the only one I know that does. And again, the thing to highlight about Jay is his love for vets. And he really,
motorcycles in
really,
general.
really wants to get them on the road.
Yep.
And behind bars, hence Felon for Life, behind the motorcycle bars. And we are going to talk at some point about doing a little charity for one of his buddies that's a vet that's looking to ride and just can't afford it.
Yeah.
We're going to find a way to raise some money for him and get him on a bike.
Well, we also do that over at Effin Beauty. Once a month, we do raise capital for local causes.
Good. So there we go, Jay.
There we go. We'll get
If you're not doing anything, Jay, we're going there afterwards, which you're going to get into a minute. Let's just finish up the sponsors, and we'll talk about that.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to talk about that. Next up, we have the Irish Pub in Baldwin. You definitely want to go talk to Sean. Look them up on Facebook. He's still doing his guest bartending things on Monday and Wednesday. I forgot to ask him, and he forgot to send me the thing for tonight. But it's pretty much the same. They got karaoke on Friday starting at 10. They have an open bar from 10 to 12 for only $30, which is pretty good.
Right. If you
I
can't
know
drink
for me, 'cause
$30 in a
I
couple
could drink
hours.
$30 in a couple of minutes
Right.
if I'm drinking vodka. So, and then that makes it that much better to sing.
Yeah.
Because even if you sound like shit, nobody cares.
Right.
'Cause their food there is good. They got excellent bar food.
Great bar food. Good,
Darts
great.
are starting soon.
Yeah.
I will be there tomorrow night. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm definitely going tomorrow night to warm up because the dart league starts very soon.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there.
So I want to warm up so we don't get our ass kicked. What else does he have going? He has a lot of events going on there. You
Yeah,
always gotta
definitely
check it
check out his Facebook page. He always posts them up on there. I don't remember him posting a bartender for tonight. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
think
sure who
every
it was,
Monday.
but I know the Monday night the dart team does go down there and warm up. But
Yeah.
I have prior plans tonight, which we're going to get into as well. We're having a little after party tonight, but I'll definitely be there tomorrow. And Sean does cool things like cornhole tournaments. He's done dart tournaments, beer pong tournaments.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. Go down and check him out. And that's Sean at the Irish Pub in Baldwin on Merrick Road, right near Grand Avenue. It's in between Milburn and Grand Avenue, closer to Grand Avenue.
On the south side.
On the south side, if you know directions, which most people apparently don't. Which south? And yeah, that does it for that. And just again, a shout out to Fred Watkins with Voodoo Hound Graphics and Voodoo Hound Firearms or whatever.
Sure,
I forget,
yeah.
'cause he is a firearms instructor and a graphic designer who did this logo for me, and I plan on doing stuff with him in the future. So without further ado, we're going to officially introduce Mike Cassano, who's the owner of American Bistro, or American Beauty Bistro, right here in Massapequa, right around the corner from our studio here. And now Effin Beauty,
Effin Beauty, yeah.
which used to be Effin Groovin', which I know was well loved. And what I like about that is you kept the vibe of the place,
Definitely kept the vibe of the place.
Yes.
which was like the big drawing point to that.
What we did was a little bit of an advertising blunder recently was American Beauty and Effin Groovin', we mixed them. So
Right.
on the big logo you have Effin Beauty. If you don't know American Beauty Bistro Massapequa and you never heard of Effin Groovin', you thought it was a nail salon. You thought it was a hair place. So
that's
we added some
Yeah, no,
neons with the
well,
cocktails
I knew
and the
Effin
food and like
Groovin',
that.
so I wouldn't even have thought
and
of
you
that.
go on radio shows and you make sure that you get the word out.
Yeah.
that's right.
So that's the way you get
And
the
now,
word out.
You have, I know we've gone to American Beauty Bistro before, and now the last couple of weeks we've been going over to Effin Beauty. The food there is phenomenal.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God,
it's not really a bar. It's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. Well,
I like to
American
call it
Bistro is more of a restaurant with
more
a bar.
of a restaurant. It's more family oriented. Effin Beauty, I like to
It's
call
like a
it
mix.
adult playground.
Yeah, it's a
no
mix.
kids at Effin Beauty.
Right.
It's a bar with very good food. I call it elevated bar food, if you will.
Well, because you have a lot of tables in there too, so I think
Yes.
it's just as much of a restaurant as it is a bar.
Well,
which I
Big
think is
bar
great.
too, very big
Yeah,
bar.
it's about 30, 35. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's pretty even, and you have a lot of things going on.
No,
I
even
have
more
this, which I
impressive
really
are the
don't need
long
because we
bars.
got you here.
The long taps. How many taps do you have?
We have 24 taps. We actually have the tap list here. The best beer on Long Island. It's not Black Sheep's got some really good beer. Out in Suffolk, Hoptron, they have some really good beer.
Right,
But
you're
over here
trying
in
to
this
bring in
market-
some locals too, right? all
Local
the time.
beer. I brought a beer from Barrage tonight from Steve. He brought brews right over here in Farmingdale.
No,
Amazing
look at that.
beer.
See, I never even knew we had one in Farmingdale. Did you?
Oh yeah, he's got a nice little tap room over there. He does very good beer. Very good beer.
And this is not the type of bar you're going and you're ordering the butter, of course. Like you're
No.
ordering.
Effin Groovin was also known as not having.
Right, they didn't have anything
mainstream.
normal.
They had no Bud. They had no Heineken. There was a sign on the wall that said, "If you want Bud, Mulcahy's is down the road."
Right.
So
I think the most normal beer they had that you would see in the bar would be like Guinness or something like that.
yeah,
but everything
Guinness.
else was.
We have the old Effin classic stuff.
Right.
Stuff that Effin had: Pilsner or Kel, the old Trogs, Three Philosophers, stuff like that. Even the banana bread beer, the Wells, stuff you guys
Oh,
have.
yeah,
the
yeah,
banana
you like
bread.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's one of
That
my
was-
favorite that you have there. I
Yeah.
keep going back to the banana bread beer 'cause it tastes like banana bread and
Good. Works.
it's got alcohol, so I can
Yeah.
go wrong.
Yeah.
To snack and drink at the same
While
time.
we're here, let's try that Barrage beer. I brought some beers with me.
Nice.
Now this is all in the name of science.
Yes.
We're just trying to see what's going on here.
proper glassware.
yes.
Wow.
So what we have from Barrage is called the Jerk Store Cold. It's a double IPA. So we'll go from low to high. There we go.
And again, tonight, Monday night, is Drag Queen Bingo, which is going on right now.
No, it starts. What time?
No, that's night. Starts at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes
yeah,
on
yeah,
till about 11.
But we are going there afterwards. I actually have some people there right now playing Drag Queen
Queen
Bingo.
Bingo.
My
Yeah.
cousins meet me there. We decided to have a little after party because we're going to go there anyway, so we're inviting you guys too. Definitely come down.
Gentlemen, thanks for having me on the
Thank you.
show as well. Real quick.
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers to you guys.
So before I let it get away, before we really get into the bars
Is this
itself,
a pinky out beer? Should I?
The glass says yes.
now you mentioned you do a lot of charity stuff there.
Yes.
So maybe we need to get Jay down there. I don't know if he could definitely come down tonight, but and talk about
he
raising
wrote
some money
awesome,
for
but I
vets.
don't know if he
What
can
we
come
do
out.
is, it's very, I have a friend that his daughter's getting a liver transplant. She can't afford the wheelchair and the stay near the hospital, so we'll raise as much money as we possibly can. I was doing them at American Beauty, but my weekend business got so crazy, couldn't close down for the Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
So now that Effin, I am closed during the day, Saturdays and Sundays, so it's open. So I want to go right back into the charity. It's a good thing to do. I don't like doing major charities like this fund or that fund. The money never goes to the actual
No,
individuals.
and a lot
I
of it gets sucked up.
Well,
in
the
the-
IRS
Right.
isn't watching
CEO
fees.
takes 80% of it. 20
I like
of it
taking the
filters
cash.
down.
Here's your cash. Let me break even. We did a good thing. Move on.
We should
Nice.
work with Paul Bond too, because Paul Bond does his own. He helps the feral cat community basically all over. He doesn't want to say the specific locations because when he did let that out, people were just dumping cats there.
Yeah, no, it's no good.
But the medical bills, he's a professional comedian, and most of his money goes to help the stray cats.
awesome. Good dude.
So he's always looking for a little help too. So maybe we could work a couple of things out.
Yeah,
there.
no, he
comedy night
definitely-
there or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of fundraisers that we're looking into now. They're actually trying to do Drag Queen Bingo as a fundraiser to get the people to come
Oh,
down,
good idea.
do the money as a raise, and the drag queens, they said they'll go discount.
Well, like you said, with
Which-
Dennis and Paul Bond, they've done a comedy one,
show,
which
and you
is,
do a comedy
has
show.
definitely bought in. It has to draw.
And-
Jim Kelly says another IPA. Mike? Question mark? I guess.
Yes,
you know.
Jim asked me today, Jim, it will be at American Beauty by tomorrow for your arrival.
Oh, there you go. Just
You're a
wanted to
bitch.
get him. I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because Kenny said, "What's up, bitches?" That means you, Mike.
Oh yeah,
so.
no, that's definitely me. What's up, Ken? Ken, come on down
Yeah,
tonight.
Ken. I was just gonna say, come down. It's the old Effin Groovin. If you don't know where it is, come down, and we're going to Effin Beauty after this. Drag Queen Bingo. Now it's funny because I don't know what it was. The iron. I know exactly what it was. The ironies. We didn't want to go where anybody was going to be.
Right.
And
A nice quiet
just
night.
we
quiet
left
beer.
the we left the show we're like, where do we go? He
didn't want to go far.
He wanted one. We wanted like one.
I'm
drink.
Belmore. He's Merrick, so we wanted something local.
We were gonna go to Sean, who we always go to, but he's in Baldwin.
But we knew it was
We
dark
didn't really
night,
feel
too.
right.
We
Yeah,
just
dark. We
wanted a
didn't feel
couple
like
quiet
passing our
drinks.
house is too far. And I'm like, dude, that place open. You know, I
And
saw
all
the sign
the
out
Belmore
front.
stuff we knew was going to be packed.
Right.
So we're like, let's try Effin Beauty. We haven't seen that yet.
So we pull up.
It's
and
Monday
first off,
night. What's going on?
We can't park, so we're figuring what's going on.
Do we even
here?
bother?
Right.
But kind of curious at the same
Curiosity
time.
pulled you right in.
Yeah.
I walk in and RuPaul, whack, right there.
Well, as soon as we're walking in, I heard something like B12, and I looked.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's bingo tonight. And
Yeah.
we opened the door like, drag queen bingo.
Oh
Okay.
my god, dude! And we sat there and kind of looked around, and it's the two of us and at least 60 women.
60 women.
The first night,
Minimum,
that first night
yeah,
we were
minimum.
We're
your
sold out
bar
for the next
was
3 or 4 weeks. It's
Dude,
50 to 60. Now,
You
guys,
actually waved to us
Four?
at the end and said,
Yeah.
"I got 2 seats." The very
I have
end,
to make sure
you
there's
actually
some-
gave us a service area.
some
Yeah,
guys
there was
walk in,
no-
they get nervous, they go, whoa, and they turn like, no, come on in. Let me explain to you how this works.
right.
I walked in and saw 60 women and 4 guys. He goes, dude, the
Yeah.
odds are in my
Yeah.
favor.
That is just like, I'm finding a spot no matter what.
But you know, it turned out we had a great time that night. Your staff is very friendly.
Oh my
and fun.
God, yes, great staff, amazing. From your bartenders to your waitresses, very
Right.
Good
attentive.
food can't make up for bad service. That's the number one thing.
That's
That's the
excellent
most
point.
important thing. I've seen bad food with great service. You go back.
Right.
I've said that to people too, because I had a few people that were afraid they wanted to get into bartending, but they were afraid I don't know how to make drinks. I'm like, bartending is the least about drinks. It's 90% personality.
90% personality.
And
Dude, how many
a couple
weird
people
drinks?
that
You
ended up doing it
bartended
and
for
get great.
years. You're in the business. Most people order a beer, a wine, something
What
simple.
did they tell you? Can I have a rum and coke?
Right.
What's in that?
Done.
Rum, coke.
Right.
Okay, you know.
What we've done, we have the
Right, the
classic.
days of the Harvey Wallbangers and shit are gone.
They aren't though.
No?
They're not,
They
but
aren't, though.
most
They're
people
not
that
done.
drink them know. And plus, you have the advantage now.
Oh, this is your...
Yep. So now we
you
have
you
the
can
cocktails.
sneak over and go, what's in a Harvey
I
Wallbanger?
know,
I
glasses.
Google
And kinda
things,
make it.
and I have brain farts at the bar, and every now and again I need a Bay Breeze in my head, and I just forget. You turn around, you Google, and they give you the exact recipes
Right.
per ounce. If you make it the ounce, you make it correct, you use the jiggers, it's going to come out exact.
Dude, I heard old fashions are coming back. They
They're
really
huge.
are, huh?
It's huge.
I don't
All
think
the
they
old
ever really
classic
went away. They
cocktails.
kind of went underground more than away.
Well, a lot of people out there.
There was always that group that would drink something like that.
People think though they go to a catering hall and they get an old fashioned. They crush up the cherries. They do that. That's not a real old fashioned. Old fashioned is Demamora. Open up the actual bourbon, real cherry on top with a little orange peel.
Right.
The right way.
What's
the
the old
classic
one that they
way.
used
to
to
try
use
one
the
of those
sugar
tonight.
cube for?
Sugar
at the
cube,
bottom?
that's it.
Oh, that is the
Yeah,
old
Demamora
fashioned,
sugar
yeah.
cube.
I don't know if
Okay.
I've had a legit.
So what we do with our
old-fashioned.
bartenders,
Oh, you never had. You gotta have one tonight.
Like a
they're
legit,
they're awesome.
legit, yeah.
What about a
Legit.
highball? It's
Yes.
another one that you don't see anymore.
we brought back the classic cocktails of Brandy Alexander's, Painkiller, classic tiki cocktail. The girls go crazy over the Bramble, all those classic
How
cocktails.
about kamikazes? Bring back kamikazes. That
If you
was
do it-
our shot.
You could do it correctly. Remember drinking amaretto sours or whiskey
Yes,
sours?
right. Yes.
Now we do a whiskey sour with the egg white, and people go,
Really?
Yeah. Put the egg white in, you shake it, make sure it doesn't explode. Put the proper 2-in-1 in with real lemon juice, not the lemon juice from the little can. Real squeezed fresh lemon juice. It'll be the best whiskey sour you ever had.
No, it's
Wow.
funny. I bartended before, and
You went to bartender school.
well, I was going to say, 'cause my sister wanted to go to bartending school, and I told her the same thing. You don't need it. She goes, I want to go. I'm afraid to go alone. Come with me. So, all right. And I didn't think it was going to help me much, but it actually did. I could, more than how to make the drinks, but learning what different liquors are. So if somebody asks for a bourbon,
Mechanics.
you know alternatives or the mechanics of it. So I found things out, and first of all, what you know as a kamikaze is not the traditional recipe of a kamikaze. And don't ask me what it actually is anymore. I don't know.
I know the '90s
But
club
everyone-
version.
everyone
You
knows
know
vodka
what I
wine
mean?
with triple
Mirage
sec.
or wherever we were.
Right.
Everyone knows
Sprats.
vodka wine with
Yeah.
triple sec.
Yes.
So when people would try to test me, because they,
Wow, he just-
especially
wow.
at weddings, they would try shit like come up. Can I have a Cuba Libre? Okay. You know what that is?
It's a rum and
rum and
Coke.
coke with a lime.
Yeah.
It's
an
all it
easy
is.
A
one.
Madras is.
Dude, this opens up as it sits.
Yes, this is a double IPA.
It's actually better
Yeah,
now.
Jay,
Takes a
it's the
little
one on Sunrise. Go there because we will talk to Mike tonight about getting something set up so
Yeah,
you can raise money
definitely.
for Frank
Kenny,
Castle.
you too.
My
Keith,
wife
you
is
too.
there with the calendar. She will put us in.
But
it done tonight.
when people would say that and try to test me, like, oh, can you make me a whatever, we'll use kamikaze. I'm like, do you want traditional or common? Like, what?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you're trying to test
You're
me.
the
I
dog
know what I'm
that's it.
talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
Do you want
funny
the
is,
one you got at spit, or do you want a real one?
when I started working in the catering hall, they started me with 2 all-time bartenders because you're going to learn more from these guys than you will anywhere else.
That's
These
what you
guys
learn.
know
That's
everything.
how you learn.
And I guess one of them got word that I went to bartending school because all they're doing is trashing bartending school. Oh, I hate these kids that go to bartending school. They think they know everything. You don't learn anything at bartending school.
You learn in the kitchen. You don't learn
and
there.
bartending school is stupid and blah, blah, blah. And as they're saying that, someone comes up and orders a drink.
Did you? You went to culinary school?
For a semester and a half.
I sat back because these guys are the experts. Do you know what's in it? You know what's in it? No, they asked the girl who ordered, you know what's in it? So I smile and I start making the drink in the back.
Nice.
And I hand it to her. She goes, this is perfect. Like, how'd you learn how to make that? I'm like, bartending school, asshole.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
Always be willing to learn. I think it's the
Did you go to the
point
one
to
on
make.
Hempstead Turnpike in Levittown? Is that the one
No,
you
it
went
was
to?
the one in Huntington.
Oh, right.
Wait, which
Okay.
one? What place?
Sucked. It was one in Huntington.
What was it?
And I'm not saying it sucked because it was just a far ride.
Right, no, yes. 'Cause I
It
remember
was
there
all the
one
way
on
up like
Hempstead
New York
Turnpike.
Avenue, whatever.
No,
North
wait,
Huntington.
it's now Prime. It used to be Monday nights on the water. Oh, I forget the name of it. Oh, a long time ago.
Frank's in the parking lot. V's already in.
Yeah, well, she's doing the Drag Queen bingo tonight.
Oh, Frank, you
With
got to
Hannah.
get in there and check out these drag
Jay's
queens.
fixing a flat on the road. How'd that when he can? Okay, cool. We should be there probably like 9:15. So let's get into you personally. Now, are these your first bars, or were you in the? Did you own anything prior to these?
As we were talking about my schooling, went to school
Yeah.
to be a chef. I dropped out for a girl. Didn't work out. Became a stockbroker. Did that for about 7 to 8 years.
I'm trying. You were telling me
Yeah,
that.
I had
when
a place
first
in
met you.
Manhattan. I had my own broker dealer. Did very, very well. In '07, my mom fell down with Alzheimer's. So market was crashing. Sat down with my partner. He squeezed me a little bit. Took my money. Took care of my mom for about 5 years.
Okay.
So she passed. Went back to the roots. Didn't want to go back to stockbroking. That gig was over. Wanted to go back to the restaurant business.
Right.
My friend had a club in Manhattan. He said he wanted out of Manhattan. Was going to come back to Long Island. We found a place in Huntington. Meehan's had the Oak Room they were selling. So he wanted to do the nightlife. I wanted to do the restaurant. We built Acacia. It was across from the Paramount, next to Meehan's, a couple blocks south.
Oh my
of
God!
Vanille.
Yeah, I know where that was.
So I did the food. I had a 5-star chef from River Bay come in, Matt Maxwell. Guy was awesome. Food was off the charts.
River Bay. That's in Williston Park.
Yeah, and he sold to a bank. That was the
Yep.
Paul Brothers.
Yep, I remember
So
that.
I had a very good chef. So my food was amazing. My partner started doing the nightlife, hip hop, dance
Right.
music,
Which is
stuff I
huge in
hate.
Huntington. Yeah.
It's okay.
Had this moment though. It was. Yeah.
It's okay, but it collided. After 2.5 years, the drugs came in, the fights came in.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
And
yeah.
I walked into the bathroom, I saw 4 feet underneath the stall. I
Right.
went to my partner, I said, buy me out, I want out of this.
Right.
And then
Or let me in. No.
my girl, where we met, I met my wife there, and I left, took my money, and I opened up American Beauty.
Now, what was your inspiration for that? Because I see it's very pinup based, obviously.
My wife loves pinups, and the whole classic 50s and 60s.
That was
women,
going to be my question. Great
curvy
question.
women. We built the bar again, all pinups. She did the entire bar, and
She did it. This one too, because
this one was all her. She does all the design for
the,
everything.
you said the one at Effin Beauty. You told me
We did that one
She
as
did
well.
same thing. All pinup
Same
girls, all
thing.
50s era, right? It's
Yep.
really cool.
Big fan of the pinups. We had all the roses. We like in our places. We like to make it woman friendly. So
Okay.
we're guys. Where do we go? Where the
Where the
women
women
are.
are.
So as we
That's
bring
the
the women
secret,
in,
yeah.
a lot of places bring in the hot girl bartender, and then you get
Right.
creeps watching
Right.
the hot girl bartender. Nobody else wants to come.
Right.
You make it woman friendly. The guys are sure to follow.
Right.
I have done entertainment for a large portion of my life, and that was always my theory: get the women in there. I don't care about the guys. Guys, if you
You're
get
only
2 or
as
3
good as the
guys in
women
there,
you keep in
they
your-
might
in
be
your
great.
place.
They might be a great crowd, but you're only going
And
to
they're
get
going
those
to
2 or 3
spend money
guys.
because
You-
they want to impress the women.
Yeah, and maybe they may spend money if it's just guys.
No,
But
but
you
like
bring
he was
women
saying-
in, now they're going to spend even
Oh no,
more
no, that's
just
what
to
I'm
show
talking
off.
about.
Yeah.
You put the hot bartender. You're going to get the 1 or 2 creepers. They might buy
And
a
they
drink
scare
or
everybody
2.
else off. They
Right.
scare the hot girls off.
And-
Nobody wants to go there
and
with a
they
creeper.
might drop
Yeah.
her a 20 or 40 at the end of the night,
And
with
then
their
follow her
name
to her
on
car
it.
and try and get her number.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying, like, so
Hassle.
she'll make us. But what's she ringing? And how long is she going to last if she's not ringing?
Well, point taken. We had drag queen bingo last week. We had a guy sit down. I'm like, what would you like? He goes, what's your most expensive bottle? I said, what? What's your most expensive girl? The Shambach, $30 bottle of beer. There you go, buddy. And
Yeah.
it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's his gig. That's his shtick.
I used to do that with the band. They would get mad at me sometimes because they were more metalheads. But I'm like, no, let's do Poison, let's do Def Leppard.
Done.
Why? I'm like, look.
That's why
do,
those
do you
guys
want to
dressed
stare
up
around,
like
look at a
girls
bunch of
to
ugly
get
guys
girls.
like
They don't
us
care.
there, or you want to see the hot girls? I'm like, it's hot girls, bring the guys. Guys spend the money. The bar loves us then, and we'll play whenever we want. We could throw an Iron Maiden and all that stuff here and there, but we got to focus on what's going to get the women in.
Correct.
Which is a genius thing.
That's what we do.
So you provide the women, you provide a great atmosphere, provide great food,
Cocktails and beer.
Great cocktails. I mean,
And we even, the thing is, we depicted American Beauty of our night out. We used to go to a place, Salumi, over in Amityville. Amazing food. But I'd go there and I'd want a bud and I want a burger, but she wants the meat and cheese board. She'd get it. And I'd be like, ah. And then I'm like, come on, let's go to a bar real quick. I get a burger and wings, and she'd be like, ah.
Right.
Yeah.
So over in American Beauty, we have the meat and cheese boards. We have the tapas. I have great beer, great cocktails. So your girl says, hey, let's go to Effin Beauty. They have the best beer. Guys like, let's go.
Right.
They got burgers. They also have, steak tartare. They have tuna tartare.
Right.
Broccolini alla plancha. And they're like, okay, I want to go.
Yeah, you definitely have a different and extensive menu.
Jay is right on because he's talking about Belmont Bays. It was famous for the hot bartenders and ugly customers. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yeah, hot bartenders make great work for guys like me at the door. Yeah, we definitely had our hard times getting people out at the end of the night. No, the bartender's hooking up with me. No, she's not. Go home.
She's being nice to you, fella.
She got your tip. You're done. Get out.
Exactly. That's the only tip she wants from you. Trust me.
And Keith Hollingshead, I guess is for you. He said
No,
take
that's
a
for
shot.
me.
Oh, for
That's
you.
me.
He
He
take a
actually
shot
works
for
with
him.
you.
Oh, okay. I thought the name looked familiar.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got to introduce you. We got to get Teresa down one night too, who was my former co-host, who was a pinup model.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
that's
she showed
why
me
I first
pictures.
went there.
Absolutely
Yeah.
perfect, man.
Yeah. Oh no, she
Great.
fits the bill.
Great. Do a lot of photo shoots and stuff, for our food and everything. Have
Yeah.
her in the pictures. I'd love that.
Yeah. So we definitely. I don't see her tuned in tonight,
No,
but
she's
she
not
will
on
watch the
tonight.
show at some point. I know, especially because you're on. I know she was interested. And yeah, V saying the tuna tartare was awesome. Yeah, the menu's on here too, right? I know
Yeah.
you got different things like which I might try tonight. The zucchini linguine.
My favorite.
I know you said was your
Well,
favorite.
I went
favorite
first
hands
night.
down.
What did we? I had for the
Fried
first time
green
in my
tomatoes.
life fried green tomatoes.
I'm like, wow, that's on here.
Right. I saw a movie. I cried. Don't tell anyone. And then I finally ate them. I think you had a bang bang shrimp.
Yeah, I had the bang bang shrimp the first night, which the sauce was phenomenal. The blackened shrimp and grits I had also
Yes, real southern.
phenomenal. I had the burger last week.
Darlene says Mike and Marie are doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So now you opened up. How long ago did you open up American Bistro?
American Beauty
American
was
Beauty Bistro.
2016.
Now you open that with you. She was saying Mike and Maria. You open that with your wife Maria, correct?
Correct. Yes. So we opened up that in 2016. Had a nice run for about 3 years. And as we drove by Effin, we saw the lease sign.
I was just going to ask you what made you go.
Yeah,
with that.
okay.
She,
That's how you got that.
my wife said, pull over. We were on our way to Long Beach. She said, turn around. And she called up the real estate agent right there. And we got him on the phone, and he came down, showed us it real quick. He said they just went out of business last week. There was about 20 different people going for the runnings. And she's like, we're in. He goes, you need 10 years experience. And I look young. You guys thought that
Yeah.
too? You guys
Yeah,
thought
no,
I
I
was
thought,
a millennial.
yeah.
And needed 10 minimum years of experience in the restaurant business. They didn't want it. They didn't want
Oh, they
anyone to
weren't
fail.
gonna. Okay.
No. So the interview process went through, convinced them that it was ours, and that was it. That was it.
Now that business, when they went out, they didn't own the building, correct?
They didn't own the building. They handed the keys back.
They handed the keys
So
back.
it was Joe Donato. He
but they already had the liquor license.
liquor license was already there. You reapply for your own liquor license.
Right.
Whatever they do with their liquor
But
license.
it's easier to
He's
get.
established
It's easier
too,
to get a
because
new.
he already has
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But it's easier to get a new one. You
Yeah.
gotta
Yes.
jump through hoops for
Yeah.
that.
So I know it's a combination being that you already have one in another place, plus it's one that
It's
already
easier
had
for us
one.
too. We already have it. We know
It's a-
exactly
yeah.
what to do. You get it done.
It is a whole game.
It's soundless.
It is a game, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Everything in this state.
We are in New York.
That's my cousin.
Yeah,
so I
Darlene.
guess that Darlene's your cousin.
Darlene Mackey. Hello, Darlene.
If you're wondering why I'm squinting like an idiot, I forgot to charge my laptop, so I'm cheating. I am using my phone, so break that fourth wall down.
Yes, yes.
But see, as you guys like the regular beers, I just introduced you to a double IPA. How was it?
This is really good.
You know what? I was always afraid because sometimes they got a little too hoppy for me.
Those are mainstream IPAs that you're looking at. See,
Okay.
the stuff that we have on our menus is the best beer you're going to get. Because you're going
Right.
to go to a local pub and ask for their double IPA, you're going to get, you go, oof, that's not what Mike gave
Right.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, right. It tastes
And
like
then-
I'm chewing on some hops.
You got like a
It's-
pine needle stuck in your
Right.
throat, and then it
Yeah.
does this to you. It's not the way it's supposed to be.
And this, like I said, as it sat there and actually opened, it
Yes.
got even better.
That's why the glassware is what you have. It looks cute. Girls love it. Guys love it. But on the same token, it opens up the actual beer. There's a reason for the actual glassware.
See, I'm not a big beer connoisseur. I know the few that I like, and I usually stick with them specifically because I don't know what half the stuff is. But what I like that you do is you get a 3-ounce draft.
Correct.
So instead of wasting money on a big glass, going, oh, this sucks, I don't want this, damn it. All right, let me
Oh, no,
try
yeah,
that.
no,
you
that's,
could
that's
basically try it out.
something. Yeah, that was the coolest thing. Not to mention your bartenders also let you just take a little quick pull.
The
You know
whole
what
thing
I
is
mean?
Don't
with the
rat
bar-
out his bartenders.
That's fine.
Come on, I know he knows
Okay.
that.
They need to know the beer.
Yeah.
If you have an uneducated staff, you could have the best stuff in the world. it has to be educated. They have to know what they're offering you. You want an amber ale? I like toasted log. Well, you're gonna love Bell's Amber. Well, I like this. Well, you're gonna like that.
Well, right. That's just
if you
it.
can't do that, and you can't, then you're not. I've had people come in, beer and shop people. I'm a bartender. I know that. Do you know beer? And they look at the list. They're like,
Well, that's just it. Sometimes, honestly, your list. Look at this list.
I
It's
was going to rescind my
how many
statement
pages? It can actually be overwhelming
very overwhelming.
to the point where, I mean, even though you do a great job
I call
describing.
the Cheesecake Factory
your-
syndrome's too much. You're like,
Yeah.
forget it.
Oh my
You're
God,
like
he
baking
talks
all
about
day.
their menu all the
It drives
time.
me nuts. I can't do it.
I love it though.
Yes,
I love
you do
it.
love it,
I
but
don't. It drives me nuts because I'm like, it's too much. Just give me a beer.
But that's right, because
but you have
like,
it.
you know, I'm a
Chris,
comedian, so I do a joke saying that, you know, when I talk about being old and young, and I say when I was young there was only 2 genders. It was easy. I said now Facebook
There
has
is still only
46.
2 genders,
It's
but
too
that's
many.
okay.
It's like going
Yeah.
to the it's like going to the Cheesecake Factory. It's too many choices.
Right. Oh no, dude. But their
What
menu.
are you? I don't know.
Right,
Give me a drink. We'll
they
figure
have
it out.
everything from Asian wraps, you know, something to.
You guys have a bottle opener or
I
a
do.
lighter or something?
Yeah, what I was going to rescind on my comment, even though for a standard bartender you don't really need to know how to make drinks or know much about drinks to be a bartender. In a bar like this,
one
you
of
do.
these things.
Oh, no, you do.
Because I can't go up to somebody and say, hey, what is the clown cheese little crispy like? I don't know. Because that's not going to cut it. It's
not gonna cut
Same with a martini bar. If you don't know how to make killer martinis in a martini
But
bar,
here's the other thing with
it's
martinis.
not going
What's
to
sad
go
is
over well.
Long Island loves a martini with no vermouth in it. They want chilled vodka.
Yeah, that's
You
really
put a
what
little
it
vermouth
is.
and they go, what's
What are you
this?
doing?
Right, yeah.
What's going on?
That's why I said martini bar, because martini bars usually make anything but actual martinis.
Martinis.
It's just a martini glass with different flavored stuff in there. Because, again, yeah, martini is vermouth. No, maybe pouring a little in, maybe pouring some in, swirling it, and dumping it out, depending on how dry they want it. But,
In and out, perfect. You know, it's all
Yeah.
different types of martinis that they want. But a martini drinker that knows their martini.
but
if
you're
you
right,
screw that up,
most people want a glass of flavored vodka.
That's all they want.
Like,
They just don't
yeah.
know
I'm
it.
gonna let you do that.
Yeah.
But
See,
yeah, you have some really, like, things I would not, I
Well,
wouldn't
what
even
he's
know what
opening
they
right
are.
now, it's called Tired Hands. It's a called a saison, which is aged, and it's a very light beer, but it's a very expensive beer. This bottle on the list is $30.
Oh my
So
God.
Is that the one you were talking about
Yes,
from the
the
guy
shitty-
wanted?
Yes,
So where's it from, and what makes it so expensive? If you don't mind.
they age them. Okay, with
Okay.
different spices and hold on, let me see what we have it at. I'm sorry, we're $20 on this one, not 30. The 30 was the plain
So
B.
it's 500 milliliters.
You're from Pennsylvania, and it's big oak tanks. Like they hold it for a year sometimes. So it's an aged beer.
Does it get stronger as it ferments?
No. Typically, these are lower ABV alcohol content. This is 6.5%.
That's what I was trying to look for. All right. So wow.
But this
I
is more
I
of a
was
lighter beer, and it's not one of those heavy. It's a whole different ballgame. But this is,
So this one's definitely a finger out beer. Pinky's gonna be out on
yeah,
this one.
absolutely.
Brian's saying that you have
Masterpiece theater.
both bars have great beers and IPAs, and that's the difference too. Not everything's a beer, which confuses people too. There's beers, there's ales, there's lagers.
We also have
Well, beer's a
mead.
catch-all, no? You know, beer's just like a
Yeah,
catch-all.
yes.
It's,
But when you think of beer, you know it's
Gentlemen of the
Yes.
Toast, mid-show. There we go. And we've gone a completely different direction.
it's almost a sour. It almost.
And at the end, it dies.
yeah.
yeah.
The mouth is right now dry.
Yeah, you're right because it's just about and then
That's called
Because
the finish.
you tried the
This is good.
sours, what you think's on the bottom. The. There you go.
See, and what it is, you know, you drink those beers at a regular pub, and you have a regular beer there. When you look at the reviews on some of the beers, and it has citrus notes, and the finish, you just felt a finish.
right.
Yeah.
You had a dry finish.
Yeah. Totally.
And it's a whole different, it's an experience. You just had an experience with a beer.
yeah. It finishes like a wine, which is
Yeah.
odd.
I was just gonna bring wine up because I like wine, but
Yeah.
I'm no wine connoisseur.
No.
So I don't.
No.
I know what I like when I try it, but I couldn't
they
order
talk about
it. You know?
finishes and wines and scotches.
And you don't understand it till you actually experience
Right.
it. So what you guys just experienced was the finish of a very good saison.
Kristen said she loves Mike and Maria. Their restaurants and staff is amazing, as in their drinks and food. Lawn Dart forever.
Ah, she likes the good cocktail. The Lawn Dart has green chartreuse in it, which, you know, is a really eclectic liqueur. I think it's 118 proof. That's why you like them, Kristen.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Kristen, we're going for the after party. You got to show us the lawn dart. Come.
They're my Massapequa people.
Oh, okay. She can drive
Yeah,
to
we
Belmore.
can we're in Massapequa now too. We're making
you
the
can make
trip.
it
You
to
can make the
Belmore.
trip. So we talked about Dairy Queen Bingo. Of course, Tuesday is Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. 2 tacos for $5, 2 empanadas for $5, $5 sangria, $5 margaritas.
What kind of empanadas?
Pork, fish. No fish. Jeez, that was gross. That was the tacos. Pork, chicken,
And beef?
We've done beef. We do what is called the 46 mix from Main Street Meats over in Farmingdale. Dry aged sirloin, veal, chop and chuck.
Ooh.
My chop meat is the best chop meat.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
we tried
that
the
in our
tacos.
burgers.
Oh, I had
and
your
then-
burger.
Yeah, the
Your
burgers.
burger was
Burgers were really
phenomenal,
good, yeah.
Ridiculous.
With that, even the lettuce. What's the lettuce
The
called?
Boston bib.
Yeah, Boston bib.
And if you like
Has
burgers,
a specific taste. It's not just like romaine or whatever. It's so good.
Make it good. I always say if you're gonna do something, make something good, great.
Right.
So a good burger, make it great.
and again, if you like burgers, Wednesday night is burger night.
There
burger
we
night.
go.
The
All burgers, $12 all night long. And that's the difference when the chef runs a kitchen as opposed to a cook. And it's really not a knock against either because a good cook in a bar
puts it out.
is worth everything.
Gets everything
but
out.
you're getting the
Very
burgers, the
important.
chicken wings, again, great quality food. A chef in a kitchen in a bar is going to get you
The right temperature, the way you want it.
and different stuff.
And
Yes.
your burger's not any little burger.
No, it's 8
what
ounce.
is it? 8 ounce.
It's 8
yeah,
ounces.
that's what I'm saying.
And the amount of chuck versus dry age, it's not going to, cooking down.
No,
It's a burger.
Yeah, no, it was a sizable. I remember
Yes.
I was full. I'm a big guy. I was full when I finished. And satisfied.
Basically, what I'm saying, you're not going to a stand-up bar and getting shrimp and grits or
Correct.
zucchini linguine.
We have a
fried
lot of
baked
people.
tomatoes.
A lot of people come in. This isn't ball food. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. They're like, this is great.
Yeah.
But
I can bring my wife back here.
Right.
Yes,
I
mean,
you can.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you have the wings and stuff too. So, like you said, you got both ends covered.
Both ends covered. The women are happy. The guys are happy. Everyone leaves happy.
And you
Right.
change your menu often.
Yes, it'll be changing in about 2 weeks going into the fall. We're gonna have pumpkin raviolis on it with a little sage and butter.
And again, difference with the chef
Yeah.
because you're going to change with the seasons.
Oh, absolutely. The cocktail menu changes with the seasons. The watermelon pim cup, that's gone. The whiskey sour will come onto the menu, stuff like that. More darker spirits going in there. The pumpkin beers are already out. They're coming in this week. I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
They're out. Yeah.
They're out, and guys will look really bad
The
with their little rim
Oktoberfest.
glasses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jay's right on. And Belmore Billiards, I don't know if you ever
No,
went
exactly.
in there.
Yeah, I used to play.
The guy, Jay, that managed that place was a chef. So he would take that shitty bar food that was in there and make really good stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes I would just tell him, because I bounce it as well, I'd be like, I'm hungry. He's like, all right, you trust me? Yep. And he'd go back and make something. I'm like, wow, what is this? That's not on the menu. But he just had a way of doing it.
Yeah, they know their gig.
I haven't tried your food yet, Jay, the other Jay, but I heard he does some really good cooking too. He's a master with venison and stuff like that. So
V's enjoying the avocado fries as we speak.
That's the #1 seller right now.
Is it?
Everyone loves the avocados.
yeah, the first time we tried that was
Was
right
that
around
night?
the corner here, and it was really good. So where do we leave off? Thursday is Thirsty Thursdays. $20 bottles of wine, live music from 8 to 11. Let's start talking to some of the music people we know too. I don't know if
Send
you're
them
looking
down.
for any acts,
Absolutely,
but
always.
know a lot of people still. And happy hour is Monday through Friday, 5 to 6:30. And you got, what is that, $4 and $5 Effin classic beers. Now, what would be considered a classic
Classic
beer?
beers is all the old beers that we had there. We'll go to Magic
Because
Hat
again,
number
obviously, we're not
9,
talking
Brooklyn
Bud and Coors.
Lager,
Okay.
the Dogfish American Beauty, the Weinsteffen, the Hefeweizen.
Oh my God! So they're not. You're not even talking like
No,
Bud Light,
no, Duvel's,
Peels.
Wells,
Yeah.
Estrella. No, good
Meister
beer.
Brow.
PBRs.
No.
Meisterbrow.
Nothing wrong with those beers.
No way.
wrong at all.
My
I
youth
enjoy
was
those.
drunk on Peels and Schaefer and
You know,
Schlitz, pulling that pick, a little
Here's my
ripcord.
thing. Since you bring it, like, people attack the Olive Garden all the time. And I don't mind the Olive Garden, but
This is
sometimes,
his thing. I'm not getting
but
into
sometimes you want the Outback, sometimes you want Peter Luger's. It's a
Nothing wrong with-
difference.
There's
Oh,
no,
nothing
you
wrong.
know,
yes, no,
White
I hear
Castle
you
feels
there.
so much better sometimes
Yeah,
than
I
going
was
to
just
Peter
saying,
Luger's.
White
Especially at
Castle.
3 a.m.
There's
after a couple of
something-
these.
There's something
There's a seat
about
for
White
every ass.
Castle.
You want it, that's what
But
you
it's not
want.
Five Guys or Smash Burgers.
No.
You can't even compare the two. But sometimes you want one and not the other. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think the Olive Garden, for what it is great. It's not Miaposo. It's not a high
Did
class.
you hear they're coming into Merrick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That's why I specifically
Savoy,
brought that
yeah,
one
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. But there's really classy, fine Italian restaurants, and I wouldn't compare them to the Olive Garden. But if you're in the mood for some franchise Italian food,
Me and my
it's
wife,
fine.
we're in the mood for the galley every now and again. We go to the corner galley. We love the galley. It's
Yeah.
consistent. We know exactly what we're getting every time. It still
Right.
tastes the same as it did 25 years ago. And it's good. My kids can make a little bit of a mess, and we're
Right,
great.
that's just it. Yeah, it's actually I'm with you. It's a great place to go with a family.
Yeah.
The kids are gonna get whatever.
is a
they-
nice
They're barely
atmosphere.
gonna eat shit anyway. And you get the endless. What do you get? The endless.
Yeah, they give you the endless soup and salad.
Yeah,
Soup and
super
salad.
And
salad.
breadsticks.
You're good.
And then weeknights from Monday to Thursday, 10 to 12, you have the 24 ice cold $5 and $6 drafts, full pours.
So what that means is the eccentric beers that we have that are very, very expensive, between 10 to 12 during the summer for the last, it's going to last another 2 weeks, you're getting everything half price.
Wow. Oh,
So,
you
I
know
mean,
what? Yes.
Even
actually,
these beers that we have, it is half price.
Phoebe
full.
told us that.
right,
yeah,
right.
when we were getting those sours or whatever, she's like, they're half price right now. So
Yeah, so you
jump
can
all
get
over
the
'em.
best beer on Long Island.
I
for
didn't
half the
understand what
price.
she meant, but now I get
Yeah.
it. And a full pour is how many ounces?
14 ounces on some.
14 ounces.
If it's a high ABV, we get responsible. We'll give you a 9-ounce pour.
Right, exactly.
We don't want to get you all
Dude,
smashed
some
up.
of those 17, whatever, they
I have
sneak up
13%
on you.
beers,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
What do they say? They're like tits. One's not enough and 3 are too many.
I disagree. 3's perfectly fine.
The more you want to bring 6 in, as long as they're attached to different people, bring as many
Yeah,
as you
exactly.
can.
And even 3-on-1, you know, if I had enough beers,
Work it.
why not? We'll see.
What was that movie where it says, I wish I had another hand?
Yeah.
It was Total Recall.
Okay,
Recall,
yeah,
Total
yeah,
Recall.
Make
right.
me wish I had another hand.
What was it? Mallrats had that too, right? With
Yes, yes.
The psychic. So again, you have a lot of different variety going on there. Like I said, we're partial to your Monday night staff because that's what the only nights we've been
That's
there.
you got your intro. That's
And you have a
your,
bartender named Phoebe. You don't see many Phoebes. And like I
Yeah,
said,
no, it's
she was awesome right off
She
the
was
start.
our first. I'm like, besides friends, you're my first Phoebe.
Yeah. And it was just everybody there was very welcoming.
No, yeah, very cool. I wish I knew all their names.
Including you as the
guy
owner.
could-
Like, we had no
absolutely,
idea
man.
you were the owner because you didn't seem like it.
No,
Like I said, you looked young. Dude, I actually thought you were bar back because you were next to that young kid that's there.
And you were helping out, which a lot of owners
Always.
don't
No,
do.
no.
They'll sit back and be like, I own this place. I don't have to.
Right,
No,
and-
no, we're not those flash the cash. I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
didn't like about Huntington. It was all flash. I'm a South Shore guy. I was a fish out of water up there. Everything was this, that.
Right.
I had customers. I was working in the kitchen. I come out. How is everything? They look at me with an apron on. Like, what are you doing out here? Like, they didn't want
Right.
that. They wanted the Rolex and this and.
No
That's
way.
not me.
I love when the chef comes
I
out.
don't
I'm
want
like, dude, that
I
kicked
don't
ass.
want that.
You
The
know,
South
right.
Shore's what this is it. Everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time.
Yeah, dude,
I'm out there working.
jeans and t-shirts and
Yeah.
flannels in the winter.
And I'm
too.
there to
That's-
make sure that whether it's an 8-year-old kid or a 50-year-old, you have to have a good experience.
Right.
I want you to leave. I want to hear 3 words from you. I call it the Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back.
Yeah,
You
without
tell
a
me to be
doubt.
back, I'm a happy guy.
I've seen a lot of bar owners ruin bars by being there.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're
Oh
just
my
overly
God.
critical of everybody and everything. They're yelling at the staff in front of people.
Never. I got
Or
a bad
they're
Yelp
just
review doing that once. I'll never
overlooking
do it again.
everybody.
I
Like,
learned a lesson.
Oh, yeah?
Sit back and relax. Help out or don't. Just stay out of the way.
You got to back your staff as well.
Right.
It's a learning curve too. I mean, I got a bad Yelp review. A guy at my place in Huntington, he broke the glasses into the ice machine, didn't clean it. We almost served glass. And I was yelling at him inside the dining room. It was before we opened. Someone saw it. They wrote a big Yelp review.
Yeah.
At that moment, I don't make mistakes twice. Okay, I screwed up. Never again.
Right.
So you got.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes you got to hold that back. Because I watched a situation in McNally's where the owner was yelling at a bartender who he was bartending. It was all his friends there, and he was wrong. The owner was flat out wrong. So he didn't realize at the time, and I'm trying to call him back and call him up. I'm trying to be the quiet
Hey.
one about it. And then he's going to me. He goes, "Well, I don't care. I own this place." I'm like, "Do you want to keep it?"
Right.
I said, "Honestly, do you want to keep it?" I said, "Because first of all, not only are you yelling at a guy who will knock your ass out because he was a big dude, he actually punched the jukebox off the wall instead of hitting him." I said,
He's
"That
lucky.
could have
He's
been
lucky.
you."
It could have been you. It's not good.
And I was like, plus, there's a bar full of his friends. Whose side do you think they're going to take? He walks out, your whole bar empties out. I said, not to mention, you were wrong. You had a
Right.
problem with him. You should have, can I speak to you in the kitchen?
Good kitchen.
And then he could have explained his side instead of putting him on the defense. Like, what's wrong with you? What? Go, hey, can I talk to you? What's
In
going
the
on with
beginning,
this?
I used
Oh, I
to
didn't
do
do that. Oh, okay,
I
I'm sorry.
I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
1,000% I did that. And
It's tough to.
if you want to be successful, you got to work with them. You have to stand. Most of the people
It
in our
is
industry
tough to
are
run a
young
bar.
kids. They're going to make mistakes. It does cost you money every time they make a mistake, but you have to eat it and say, okay, let's try and fix this. So you got to be hands-on. You have to be there at all points in time to help, not to hinder.
It's
Right.
tough to run a bar. It's really tough to run a bar in New York. It's especially tough to run a bar in Nassau. So there is a lot of stress on that, and especially when your rent's due and this is coming on and you see something going on, you do get frustrated, you want to yell, but
Keep
the
that
business sense
smile
has
on.
to take over.
Yes.
Because just like Ed in EJ's,
Yes.
he loved B&B. That was his drink. He would sit there and sip it all night. Some people would order shots of it and do it. I don't get how people do shots, and I'm like, are they paying for it?
Right.
So shut up.
Right.
I don't
drink in your own
care.
establishment. I barely drink.
Yeah.
I'll have a small.
Some
3 or
people can
4%.
get away with it.
But you can't.
When you're complaining about what they do, what do you care if the guy bites a shot of it and throws it in the garbage? He paid
Right,
for it.
exactly.
You got paid.
Right.
Shut up.
Right,
Who cares
he can
what
walk
he does
into
with
the
it?
bathroom, pour it down the urinal. If he paid for it, who cares?
Everyone's
And
people,
tip your
this guy doesn't know
bartender?
how to drink. I'm like,
Right,
he's got a
give-
mouth, right?
give him a
Yeah,
bottle.
I'll drink.
If I want to buy a bottle of Hennessy and pour it over my head,
God
what do
bless.
you good? You should be happy about that
Yeah.
because I'm still sober enough to do it again.
And maybe
you
you'll
know?
come back next week and do it
Yeah.
again.
Exactly.
See you then.
Sean,
Wait,
just
did you
tuned
try the
in.
VS? Try the VVS this time.
What's up, Sean? And Dave Natal.
What's up,
up?
Chuck?
Yeah.
Jim Kelly says he might be back, so he's on the fence. That's your boy.
Okay, yeah, he's a liar.
If he was our boy, he would have been back.
Yeah.
He's putting my kids through college, James, and his wife.
I don't
Kristen,
know. Aren't we all?
So, do you have anything? Well, I know you say you got a menu change. Anything? Because we got a few minutes left. So, what do you got coming up in the future? In
just
both, either place.
It's both. We're doing the fundraisers. American Beauty, we're starting lunch. Starting lunch the second week of September once the kids go back to school and everything's all settled. We now have the staff of my chef. He's making a nice lunch menu over here to go and to sit in. And the
that's-
fundraiser is
that's
the
nice.
next big thing. We want to get back to the community again. You know, it felt good back, a couple of years ago. We want to get right back to the
We'll help however we can. I love doing charity work, especially when it goes to the charity.
Yeah, no,
directly.
to the actual people.
I'm done
I
with the
don't
big
want-
business
no,
stuff
I'm
too. I
done.
stopped that. We went to Effin Beauty. I don't have for American Beauty. What goes on there? What do you have? Anything
Monday
specials?
night's burger night, which is similar to Effin Beauty. Taco Tuesday's correct. Wednesday night's the live music. We have live music every Wednesday. $20 bottles of wine, $5 desserts. Thursday night we do pop-ups. So guys, people come in with their local businesses.
Oh, pop-up stores.
Pop-up stores.
Yeah,
They're doing their
okay.
thing. And then Saturday and Sunday brunch. We have an ass-kicking brunch, outdoor seating.
I gotta
People
see
love it.
if Teresa get me in touch again if you're interested because I saw something that was actually kind of
Dude,
cool.
I love Sunday brunch. Really?
Oh, chicken and waffles like you only read
Yeah,
about.
we got. I have
With a nice honey sriracha
Have you
on it.
been there?
Oh.
No,
We gotta
Have
do
you
it.
seen the brunch menu?
No, dude. Just
It's
brunch.
I
to
haven't
me
gone to a
is
brunch
like-
in a long time. Brunch
That was
is,
the best
brunch is
creation.
special.
Whoever did that
Well,
is the
Saturday is
smartest person in the world.
bottomless mimosas.
Wow.
So for $15, you could keep going all day long.
There was I don't
like
know
a
what
good
he
bloody.
did it in a couple of different
Bartender make a
bars.
good bloody.
Best bloody you're gonna have.
Okay.
I also have what's called a meat straw. You ever have a meat straw?
He has.
It's a beef. I was waiting for the cut. Waiting for the cut. It's a beef straw, like a big Slim Jim with the hole down the middle. It's actually
Oh,
a meat
okay.
straw.
I am working on
Alright.
stuff like that too, Jay. I want to do something in the Irish pub, an on location thing. I'd like to do an on location in your place.
Yeah,
one
I'd
night.
love to do a cast out of that.
But we had an artist on here.
Uh-huh.
What he did was
Jay thinks we should do the. Too bad. I wish
That's
we
what I
could
just
do a
said, yeah.
remote. Yeah.
we can. We just I gotta get the logistics down.
Really?
But he was an artist, and what he would do, and I've seen this a couple of times, which I thought was really cool. And your bar has the vibe for it. They would put their artwork up, but it's for sale.
Oh
We have
yeah.
that. We do have that.
You do
Oh, you
have
do?
that.
American
Okay.
Beauty has that. We're about to change the artwork over there to, we have Maria's good friend Mike. He did all the artwork at Effin, and over here we have a different artist. Every month we have new artwork. At the end of the month we do a show for them. We don't take any commission. All we ask is that they leave one piece of art, or they do a piece of art for us.
Oh, that's so cool.
So
Because the
they
first
can
time I
do
saw it was cool because I'm looking at it. I
It
saw
is.
this different stuff.
It
I'm like,
changes
that's cool.
every
Like,
month, so
yeah,
they
the prices
change
on the back. I'm like, oh, I can
Price
buy
on
it.
the
Like, oh
front,
yeah,
yeah.
this is all local
Right.
artists.
I've seen that too.
And because the local artists had this stuff up there, they're sending their friends
Local
down,
people, the
they're
family
going
and friends are
down.
coming in.
So you're getting business just generated just from.
I think I
letting them
first seen
display their
that
stuff.
like out east at the wineries because I'd be like, oh man, that painting's awesome. They're like,
Like,
oh,
do you wanna
that's
buy
for
it?
sale. And I'm like, whoa, really?
Well, the
See-
thing is, we also do the art shows on Friday and Saturday nights. The other places do it. They do it like on a crappy night. They want to get.
I
their
still
family
want
and
to. I
friends
want
there.
to try a
Do it on the
paint
weekend.
night. I'd love to try a paint
I know
night
you've
one
always
night.
said that. I'm gonna have to
I
go.
ca-
just for
I
that.
draw like a.
I did it with my wife. It's hard. You think it's easy? And
No, I know it's.
I
I
get
can't. I
frustrated.
suck. I
keep drinking. It just gets.
I draw like a 5-year-old with a
Not my
crayon
bad.
like
I'm-
this.
Yeah, dude.
So,
My,
stick figures.
everybody's gonna
Everyone's
have
like,
these
I'm hearing
things.
just the opposite. Oh no, it's easy.
I'm gonna have a Van Gogh.
Okay.
Without a doubt, I'm gonna have a Van Gogh.
But T, if you were watching this now, you eventually watch it. If you get your artist for, I want to say his name was Tony, if I remember right. Get me in touch with him again. And I'll see if you can get his artwork up there because this guy was really good and did the same stuff.
Absolutely. And the last thing I'm going to share with you guys to finish. Again, my thing is, what we have between the beer, the cocktails, the good. I want
that
everyone to be able to try good stuff. Oh, this
the
is
Japanese
18-year-old
scotch? Japanese scotch is
Yamazaki.
very
It's
good.
18-year-old. So
I'm a
we
big
have
Scotch
the stuff-
guy.
If that's the
So-
one I'm thinking of, that's very good.
Oh no! This is the most expensive stuff I got.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it doesn't get better than this.
Because I like scotch, and
Me too.
It's an
I'm
18-year-old.
pretty sure this is the one I got. It is very, very good.
I've never had a Japanese one though.
Very smooth.
I can smell it though. Very.
It is the one. Because it's got that smoothness and punch at the same time. I
And then at the
I'm
end,
describing
you feel
that right.
No,
but
you're
yeah.
right. Yeah. Describe it how
Right?
it feels.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's not too mossy. Not
But this
too
is the
oaky.
stuff that we're trying to get regular people to try.
Right.
Like once you guys had that IPA, you're now going to look when you come to my place. Hey, let me try that.
Yeah,
I want
no,
to turn
without a
people
doubt.
on to new stuff. And that's
Frank, I
very
know you're
important.
there right now, and you would love this. So order a shot.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, I put this right up there with the blue labels and stuff.
Oh,
without
this
a doubt.
crushes
No,
Blue
this is
Label.
better.
Oh, much
Better.
better.
Yeah, I have Balvenie, 22-year-old.
Do you really? That's good stuff too, man. Very nice.
Yeah, I like Scotch, but they're expensive.
They're very expensive.
It's funny. I started with real cheap taste in Scotch too. I love Doers.
Doers.
Nothing wrong with it.
Doers
That's what
fan.
you were raised on.
No, but he
That's your
loved
comfort.
it.
That's your comfort.
I'd start the night with a pint of Doers.
But don't they make
great.
they make an expensive one, don't they?
They do,
Yeah,
and they
they-
switched to
they're all
that,
getting
and it
into
was
it.
really good. But then, because some of the mid-grade stuff, same with vodkas, the stuff they sell you is usually shit. Like Absolute is garbage.
Dude,
Jose
there's not
Cuervo
many
is garbage.
12-year-olds now I
Vodka
can
is
drink.
stripped of all flavors, tastes,
Yeah.
and everything. So, and most people mix it with something. And as soon
Right.
as you do that, that's the whole thing of vodka.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless you're throwing on rocks, a little bit of water, or maybe a little soda, it doesn't matter what you drink.
Even like rum, there's a lot of garbage rum out there that I couldn't drink, so I stuck with
No,
Bacardi.
shit, rum gives you a crazy headache
Yeah,
too.
and everyone's like,
Oh
you
my
can't tell the
God.
difference in Coke. I'm like, yeah, you can.
Yes.
I'm like, 'cause it has a real bitter taste.
It
and-
surrounds it, it accompanies
Yeah.
it. It's not good.
Now,
at all.
after drinking something like this, I like, and the ones that I do drink, I drink.
This is great.
Who is it? Glenlivet 15, I think. It's in the oak sherry. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
There's very few 12s I can even tolerate anymore. They're usually brutal. To me, they all taste like Johnny Red now.
It's like I compare it. 15 years ago, I got front row seats to Lincoln Park.
Okay.
And then following month, me and my friend would go to Aerosmith every single year. We got the seats up top. And I remember going with him after going to Lincoln Park. And I'm going, this is horrible.
Yeah.
What do we I can't, now, going
Right.
forward, I can't sit less than 10 rows because I'm not having the same thing.
I noticed
Once
that
you taste that, you're done.
I noticed that with hockey games
So
too.
smooth.
It's a completely different experience where you were sitting in that arena.
Oh, it's center ice. I don't care if I'm high or low. As long as I'm center ice and I can see everything going on, happy camp.
Yeah, the crowd's different, the
Oh.
view's different, the whole atmosphere is different. So yeah, it does matter. And yeah, this is
Christian Schroeder says she's going to try it.
Oh, of course you will.
Oh, boy. Chris, I think that was a good.
My father gave me
this
one.
is the one I was thinking of because I knew there was a Japanese whiskey. I tried that. I was like, oh my god,
You might have had
this
the
is great.
Hakushu.
Maybe because it
I have that
tasted
too.
very similar to this.
Oh,
if it wasn't
delicious.
this, it was really, really like.
My father used to tell me if the rich people are doing it, there has to be something to it.
True.
And as you try things, you get it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we got a couple minutes left. Just to recap, Friday night at Coasters in East Meadow, $10. Following Wednesday at Revolution in Amityville, $3, which means nothing. Come down.
I mean, how it's $10 too. Coasters is local.
Yeah.
And it goes to support the bar and who, the hosts?
It probably goes to the host
The
to
headliner?
running it. Yeah, because you gotta have your drinks there too. That's
Right.
what the bar really makes their money off of. And next week we have not just extreme jet skier, professional extreme jet skier, Bobby Grau, I guess is how you say his name. I'm sorry if I messed up your name, Bobby.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Bobby is also the owner of Advanced Auto Body in Belmore, which I've had a very long history with. Excellent body guy. If you ever need any body work done, Advanced Auto Body in Belmore is a place to go. You won't even know the car was hit if you bring it in there.
That's right off of Sunrise
Perfect.
Highway on
Yeah.
Belmore. I know. My
Yep.
father goes to him all the time.
Yeah.
1,000%.
But he's going to come on. He's one of, I think, 50 people in the country that have the card that he has for what he does.
Does he
It's
do wave
really
runners
cool.
as well?
Yeah.
He does my father's wave runners. I have
Okay.
a 75-year-old father that goes on wave runners every week.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to meet him.
So this is going to be an interesting, different show. We were a little serious the last month or so, so I'm trying to get some light stuff in there to balance it out. Anything else you want to promote before we?
No, it's good.
So again, we are going right now. We're gonna pack up here and
Head
we're heading
over
over
to
to
Effin
Effin Beauty. Which what is the address?
2562 Sunrise Highway in Belmore.
It's right near the PC Richards on
A couple
Sunrise
blocks
Highway.
east. And right now there's about 50 drunk women there.
Yeah,
And
two drag queens.
And drag queens.
And drag queens. To a little
and my
point.
cousin, who's probably kind of half drag queen by
Frank,
now. too.
Frank might be wearing a wig at this point.
That works.
Yeah, Carrie also love Mike and Maria, Effin Beauty and American Beauty are the best. And if you don't believe us, like I said, come down right now. Jay's going to meet us down there. We're going to talk about doing some charity.
Yeah,
work.
Stacy Quinn. Everybody seems to love both
Yeah.
places, so that's amazing.
And definitely, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good night, guys.